This movie was never about monsters chasing victims. It was about what happens when desire goes too far and something answers back. Most people remember Hellraiser for chains, blood, and a pale man with pins in his head. But that surface memory hides something much darker. This is a story about obsession, betrayal, and a door that should never be opened. Tonight, we are breaking down the full story of Hellraiser from beginning to end. How it unfolds step by step, and why its ending is far more disturbing than people realize. The story begins far from suburbia, in Morocco. A man named Frank Cotton is searching for something extreme. Not money, not power, sensation. Frank has already burned through every pleasure life can offer. Nothing excites him anymore, so he buys a small puzzle box from a mysterious merchant. He is told it can open a door, not to heaven or hell, but to experience beyond human limits. Back home, alone in his attic, Frank solves the puzzle, and that is the moment everything goes wrong. Chains burst from the shadows. Hooks tear into his flesh, and Frank is ripped apart, screaming, as something unseen drags him away. This is not death. This is a sentence. Time passes. The house is silent again. Frank's brother Larry moves in with his new wife Julia, hoping for a fresh start. What Larry does not know is that Julia once had an affair with Frank, a secret buried deep, but not dead. While moving furniture, Larry cuts his hand. Blood drips onto the attic floor. And that blood does something impossible. It brings Frank back. Not alive, not whole, but aware. A skinless, broken thing begins pulling itself together inside the attic walls, waiting. Julia eventually finds Frank hiding upstairs, and instead of running, she freezes, because the man she could never forget is standing in front of her. What is left of him? Frank tells her the truth. He needs life to rebuild his body. Blood, flesh, energy. Julia agrees to help. She begins bringing men home from bars, strangers who never leave. One by one, she kills them in the attic, and Frank feeds. With every victim, his body grows stronger, more human, more dangerous. Frank finally explains what happened to him. The box did not give him pleasure. It gave him the Cenobites. The Cenobites are not demons, at least not to themselves. They are explorers, beings from another dimension who chase sensation without limits. Pain and pleasure are the same to them now. They crossed that line long ago. To Frank, they promised more than he could imagine, and they delivered it through endless torture. But Frank escaped, and they are coming back. Kirsty, Larry's teenage daughter, starts noticing something wrong. Her stepmother acting strange, men disappearing, noises in the attic. She follows Julia upstairs and finds Frank. Terrified, Kirsty escapes with the puzzle box and collapses. At the hospital, curiosity wins. She solves the box, and the room tears open. The Cenobites appear, cold, calm, certain. They explain what they are and what they do. They try to take Kirsty with them. Desperate, she tells them the truth. Frank escaped. That changes everything. The Cenobites make a deal. They will spare Kirsty if she leads them to Frank. But Frank must confess. Kirsty returns home. Too late. Frank has killed Larry. And now he wears Larry's skin like a suit, pretending, lying, hiding in plain sight. Julia helps him until Frank no longer needs her. When Julia is stabbed by accident, Frank drains her without hesitation. Love meant nothing. She was just fuel. Frank chases Kirsty into the attic. He is almost whole now, almost free. But then he confesses. The Cenobites arrive. They do not hesitate. Chains explode from the walls. Hooks tear into Frank's flesh. And they pull him apart piece by piece. This time, there is no escape. When they turn on Kirsty next, she acts fast. She solves the puzzle in reverse. And the Cenobites vanish, screaming back into the dark. The house begins to collapse. Kirsty escapes with her boyfriend Steve, or so it seems. Kirsty throws the puzzle box into the fire. Flames crawl over the brass. The symbols glow, but they do not melt. She believes this is how evil ends. Burn it, destroy it, forget it ever existed. That belief lasts seconds. From the shadows, a vagrant steps forward. Bare feet, charred skin, eyes already lost to something else. He walks directly into the flames. Does not scream, does not hesitate. He lifts the box from the fire with his bare hands, as if it belongs to him. Then his body changes. Bones stretch, skin splits, wings tear free. He rises into the night sky, no longer human, carrying the box away like a sacred relic. The fire dies. The box survives. Because the box is not meant to be destroyed. It is meant to be passed on, sometime later, somewhere else. The box is back where it began, in the hands of the same merchant, the same quiet smile, the same knowing eyes. He does not chase victims. He waits, because the box does not choose the innocent. It finds those who are already hungry. Every time the box changes hands, the cycle resets. New hands, new desires. Same ending, and that is where the sequels begin. The Cenobites are not the end of the story. They were once human, explorers who went too far, people who opened the box one time too many, until pain and pleasure fused forever. Hell is not fire and demons. It is obsession with no off switch. The box even opens entire realms. Hell has architecture, politics, hierarchy. The Cenobites are not monsters gone wild. They are professionals. The puzzle box appears across centuries, wars, churches, asylums, nightclubs, cult rituals. Different people, same mistake. Some characters try to control the box. Others try to use the Cenobites as weapons. Every single one believes they are different. They are not. The Cenobites never chase. They answer. And once you open the door, it does not matter if you regret it later. Curiosity is enough. Desire is enough. This is why Hellraiser never truly concludes. Because Hellraiser is not about survival. It is about escalation. Every story ends the same way. Someone thinks they can handle it. Someone thinks they are special. Someone believes the rules won't apply to them. They always do. The box waits. The Cenobites wait. And desire always returns. Hellraiser is not about monsters hunting people. It is about people hunting more and discovering there is no finish line. Frank was not punished for curiosity. He was punished for entitlement, for believing pleasure should have no cost. And in the Hellraiser universe, every desire is answered, every door opens, and the price is always paid in flesh. If you want to see which other horror movies were never meant to be harmless, watch the next video on screen now.